In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 secrets and Easter eggs you may have missed in Cyberpunk 2077. Number 1. Nilfgaard. Cyberpunk 2077 has a number of salacious in-universe advertisements, but one in particular caught my eye when I started playing the game. This ad for something called Nilfgaard is actually a reference to comedian Conan O'Brien's video game review series called Clueless Gamer. During his review of The Witcher 3, Conan made a pun out of one of the major nations in the game.
He's the Emperor of Nilfgaard, is what you need to know.
You didn't just say he's the Emperor of Nilfgaard, did you?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's his proper title.
Okay. I'm the Emperor of Nilfgaard, if you know what I mean.
So would you buy Nilfgaard? I know I would. Speaking of effective advertising campaigns, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Building a team of powerful champions to tackle ever greater challenges is the name of the game, so let me tell you about my 3 favorite champions that I've built so far. Kale is the best starter champion in Raid. His high damage AoE poison attacks will carry you in campaign, arena, and demon lord. Deacon Armstrong is the perfect speed lead and debuffer. He'll make sure your team goes first, so the other guys never know what hit them. Finally, we've got War Maiden. You can probably guess why she's one of my faves. It's her AoE decreased defense ability, of course. But the best champions won't survive long without the right gear, which is why this month's new dungeon is hella important. Battle through the Sand Devil's Necropolis to acquire precious oil to ascend your best artifacts and make them even stronger. There are a bunch of new champions being added to Raid Shadow Legends right now, including MMA legend Ronda Rousey. And the best part is you can get Ronda for free just by logging in for 7 days between now and February 20th. I'm super excited to get Ronda on my team so I can finally defeat those overpowered Ultimate Death Knights in the arena. Don't forget to use promo code RAIDRONDA to get a special bundle of resources to strengthen your champions. Also, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get exclusive rewards in the game right now. This is the best time to dive into the world of Teleria and start building your team of champions. Download Raid Shadow Legends by using my link in the description or scanning the QR code. For the next 30 days, new players can unlock the free epic champion Rector Drath, 200,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. Big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Number 2. Vault 101. If you venture into the Badlands at this location, you'll discover a few bodies apparently LARPing Fallout 3. They are positioned next to a distinctive vault door painted 101, which is the starting location in the Capital Wasteland in Bethesda's 2008 game. CDPR's devs have populated Cyberpunk with a lot of video game references if you know what to look out for. Number 3. What happens when Judy catches you simping? During Judy's personal quest, Pyramid Song, you dive into the flooded town of Laguna Bend where Judy grew up. When you perform a sound check with Judy, if you focus the camera on her booty for a few seconds, you'll trigger some unique dialogue.
Enjoying the view?
Whoa. You see what I see, like, in real time?
Oh yeah, I see everything.
Oh, sorry.
What? Don't be.
Right. We were gonna take in our surroundings.
Could prove more difficult than we thought.
Visual sensors are getting stemmed right now. Can't be denied. To think I never realized how fit you were.
Don't get excited. Oxygen supply is limited.
Judy doesn't react quite so positively to the same attention from a male V character.
Like the view, asshole?
Whoa, you see what I see in real time? Like what I'm looking at?
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, it's pretty fucking weird.
Oh, sorry.
Don't let me catch you at it again.
Right. We were, gonna take in our surroundings.
Exactly. Landscape, damn it. Like the view, asshole?
Visual sensors are getting stimmed right now. Can't be denied. To think I never realized how fit you were.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Number 4. River has the darkest backstory in the game. After dealing with the whole Peter Pan and Randy situation, River will invite V over to his sister's place for a nice family barbecue. While the food is on the grill, River pulls V aside to update you on his final decision regarding Anthony Harris. During this conversation, River will talk about what happened to his parents, which prompts you with a dialogue option to stop River from telling the story. But if you don't interrupt him, you'll learn his whole dark backstory.
A loud noise woke us one night. They wanted cash. Register was empty, so they stormed upstairs, forced us all to kneel, and demanded my dad tell him where he hid the money. Mostly, I remember my mom crying. My dad swore they'd found all we had. One was gassed out of his mind. He fired first. Blew half my dad's skull off.
Jesus. River. I'm sorry.
He was erratic. Went rabid. Handed me his gun and ordered me to aim it at my mom's head. I can still see her tear-filled eyes at the end of that barrel to this day.
What did you do?
Nothing. I stood frozen. Finally, he just snatched the gun back. Shot my mother and they left. Police never caught him. That was why I joined the force. I couldn't agree with scum like that roaming free. No one to hunt him.
Was Joss there too? Saw all this?
I think when she looks at me, she still sees that boy holding a gun to her mom's head.
Can't tell you how sorry I am.
So when I stood over Harris in that hospital bed, barrel to his brow, I was that kid again. But I was also the junkie who shot my parents.
Damn, dude. Don't know if I can look at you the same way after hearing all that. Number 5. All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. This Grand Theft Auto Easter egg can be found near the trailer park in Rancho Coronado, not far from Joss's house. You'll find 2 bodies on the train tracks near the tunnel, with a data shard detailing a conversation between JC and Little Smoke, a twist on CJ and Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
Number 6. Harvest like a Reaper. Throughout Night City, you may come across graffiti with this tagline. Now this one might be a little more of a stretch, but given all the video game references in this game world, I believe this is a reference to the Reapers in Mass Effect, whose goal is to harvest all organic life. Now, it's entirely possible that the CDPR devs are just fans of agriculture, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this graffiti is more likely a nod to BioWare's classic sci-fi RPG. Number 7. Hideo Kojima and Death Stranding. Famed game director Hideo Kojima makes a brief cameo appearance during the heist in Act 1. If you visit the bar in Konpeki Plaza, you can find the creator of Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill hanging out. Later on, during River's questline, you can find a BB in one of the NCPD labs, which is a reference to Kojima's latest game, Death Stranding. Number 8. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There is an email you can discover on a computer terminal which details a man whose dating profiles had been removed from Night City dating services. The usernames included in the email are references to Dennis Reynolds, who has a mental breakdown after being rejected by a number of women he met online during the Season 10 episode, The Gang Group Dates. Let's take a look at each username. Golden God 215. Dennis calls himself a golden god while trying to sell his Range Rover. Anteater Tongue. Frank insults Dennis by saying he has an anteater nose. 6-Star Man. is a nod to Dennis calling himself a 5-star man, with 5 stars being the highest rating on the Philadelphia dating app he and the gang goes on. Hugh Money is a nod to Hugh Honey, Dennis's alias that he uses when he and Mac try to sell real estate without a license. I'm a huge fan of It's Always Sunny, and I'm glad to see that the great folks at CD Projekt Red are also people of culture. Number 9. Witcher references. There are a handful of references to CDPR's other major franchise sprinkled throughout Cyberpunk 2077. If you choose the Corpo Life Path, you can find a magazine cover sporting Ciri during the introduction. If you choose the Street Kid Life Path, you'll be contracted to steal a car called the Rayfield Erendite. This is a reference to the legendary sword from The Witcher and Witcher 3, and the sword itself is a reference to King Arthur. So a little bit of Easter egg inception there. The Rayfield Erendite is the most expensive car in the game, and it becomes available for purchase once you reach maximum street cred. Number 10. Pulp Fiction. In the No-Tell Motel, you can find graffiti that says, "Does he look like a bitch?" This is a reference to Samuel L. Jackson's famous line in Pulp Fiction, where Jackson interrogates a terrified man to obtain a visual description of a man named Marcellus Wallace.
Does he look like a bitch?
So there you have it. 10 secrets and Easter eggs you may have missed in Cyberpunk 2077. Are there any other Easter eggs you noticed while playing this game? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.